Here's Damien.
Hello. This is a character that I've done before. By the way, all the characters I do are basically me. But optimistic midlife crisis guy has a difficult conversation with his daughter about sex. My ex-wife and the mother of my children recently turned born-again Christian, which I don't have a problem with. It's just that I was a little confused. A born-again Christian? Susan? This whole time I thought she was the devil. Seriously. I actually was surprised because Susan had spent most of her adult life getting all Wicca with it. I mean, as a hardcore light worker and astrologer, she lived in fear of Christians, expecting the Spanish Inquisition to pop out every time she walked anywhere near a church. Maybe it's true what they say. The thing you fear most in life is the thing you will become. Anyway, it didn't take long to notice how Susan's reunion with Jesus was impacting my daughters, especially the younger one, Luna. Luna is 15 and has now decided that this is the appropriate age when she would like to talk about sex. Now, get this. Luna wanted to know how she and her sister were conceived. I told her that it was very inappropriate to ask such a personal question. Well, I turned all red, coughed, and mumbled something to that effect. Then I tried to change the subject. That's crazy, right? Her asking me that? Who in their right mind wants to know the details of how they were conceived? I, for one, do not want that imagery anywhere near my brain. But then she had to go and explain why she was asking. Mom told me that she was a virgin until she met you, and that the first time she had sex, she got pregnant with Shauna. Shauna is the older child. That was something I did not know, that when you became born again, you can reclaim your virginity and lie to your children about your past. But what was I to do? On one hand, I didn't think it was appropriate to tell Luna the truth about how Shauna was conceived, but at the same time, it wasn't fair to Luna to believe such a lie. Imagine if I told her what really happened. The truth is, Luna, now listen up, you might want to take some notes. See, your mother and I were living in San Francisco when one night we decided to get some LSD. You might know it as acid, which is a very strong hallucinogenic drug created accidentally by the CIA, but that's not important right now. So, your mother and I decided to take the acid and then drive at night for an hour down to the Santa Cruz Mountains. Just as we found the perfect place to park among some redwood trees, the acid started kicking in. It was a full moon, and the full moon told us that we should get it on, and so we did. And while we were getting it on, my consciousness left my body and I found myself floating in outer space. The whole experience was out of this world. I mean, it was cosmic. All the stars and planets, the whirling galaxies. Oh man, I thought I had died and gone to heaven. Then, suddenly, while I was blissfully floating, I heard this girlish laughter and a disembodied voice started talking to me. The voice said that she wanted to come down to play with us. I said, of course, you should definitely come down and play with us. The next morning I woke up and the only thing I could remember about that entire night was talking to the disembodied voice in outer space. In my groggy but sober mind, I immediately understood what that meant. So I asked Susan, we had sex last night, right? Normally, this is a question you should avoid at all costs, especially if you value your life. But we were on acid, and I had always assumed that sex was impossible to do while on acid. Susan confirmed that, yes, we did have sex. I said, well, in that case, I'm pretty sure you're pregnant. So yeah, true story. But no, I was not going to tell my 15-year-old daughter that true story. So I just said, well, if your mother said she was a virgin, then I guess she was a virgin. Maybe you should become a Christian too and stay a virgin until you get married in your mid to late 30s. Doesn't that sound good? All right, that's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Damien. Always some interesting character images. That was awesome. All right, next up,